Hey, what's coming up in the sky mirror? What's coming up for you in the next 10 days? Let's take a look. Now, if you're on the Thursday show, that is on February 27th, in the morning the moon went by Mercury. And Mercury stops in the sky and goes direct. In fact, there's a whole bunch of planets are stopping. And when they stop in the sky and they reverse direction, they really don't change direction. And just here's Mercury, and he goes around the sun the other way. He appears to go this direction when he's over. Anyway, it's just an illusion, but that's what's important. And Mercury stops and goes direct. For 3 weeks before this, you've had to go do things twice, call twice, letters returned, go back to the store. Yesterday I went back to the store twice over a silly ink cartridge. Here's Mars. Now this is the 28th. So this is Friday morning at 4 a.m. So you're very close to it if you're watching the Thursday night show. Get up Friday morning and your mind will be kind of clear and calm. Mercury, the winds of your mind stop and they go forward. Now, for the next few weeks, Mercury's going over ground he already covered twice before. So this is a good time for me to work on my central document about la nene, and I will. Mars going retrograde. Mars stops on March 2nd, and Saturn stops on March 2nd. Now these two are a pair, and they don't. They're both concerned with money. Yes, and Mars is concerned with protecting it, and Saturn is concerned with conserving it. So there's going to be a lot of that around March 2nd. Oh, finally, here's a goody guy. Jupiter goes direct on March 6th. Now, March 2nd is Sunday, but March 6th is Thursday. Next Thursday for you, it's a week away. And when Jupiter stops in the sky and goes forward on the 6th, it's just the opposite of Saturn. Saturn says, save your money, yes, save your money on the March 2nd. And then Jupiter on March 6th says, spend your money. You might see some ups and downs in the market during this time. Anyway, it's kind of an interesting time with 1, 2, 3, 4 planets stopping in the sky mirror, all within just a few days of each other. So reality is going to be kind of dense here. And if you're on there Thursday morning or Thursday, you're doing Mercury stuff. Yes, Mercury goes direct Friday morning. Wow, thoughts, words. Hey, maybe some of you guys would like to help me with some of these writings I'm doing. Anyway, Friday, the moon's in Pisces. And reality is about to change for a month. On every new moon, that's what happens, is it sets the tone for the next month until the next new moon. Now, the last new moon you had was in Aquarius. It sextiled Uranus. And you had lots and lots of brotherhood and New Age stuff and startling information and revolutionary, go into the Aquarian age and be free. And democracy of some kind. Now what's happening is you got a new moon Friday night. And that new moon is essentially on Neptune, and it's in Pisces. Now this brings you back to the old guard. Brings you back to, gay rights and oil companies and religion, art, music, and all this movie stars. And this one trines Jupiter, so there's a lot of hoorah here. And it also sextiles Pluto, so there's a lot of power and control issues that are going in favor again of these folks. But, I'm not a great fan of movie stars. A little tiny kid, I could never figure out why they aggrandize movie stars. He's acting. He's a player. And yet we make him real special. There's something fishy going on there. I think back in the old days, horse and buggies, people didn't have much respect for actors or show people. Well, enough said. So what's happening on this new moon is that it sextiles Pluto and gives power and control. It trines Jupiter, and there's new information and wonderful new awareness and truth and honesty. it makes a 30-degree angle to Uranus. The heck with the environment. We don't care about that. No. What's important is the music, the church, we're back in the seat of the deniers of climate change and stuff for a month, I'm afraid. However, for you, it could be a very nice new moon. If you've got a lot of planets in water or Earth, well, this new moon has a trine to Jupiter and a sextile to Pluto. Don't mess with the technical stuff. It's not good for technical things. Twist the connector. But it's really good for your higher love planet, Neptune. It's really good to develop sensitivity. Sit down and read some Jesus. And whenever you read heaven in the New Testament, put sky in. That's what it was in the Aramaic. And you'll see Jesus was talking about astrology. Well, Friday, new moon starts in the morning, middle of the day, moon goes by, Neptune in the middle of the day, and you could feel a little lost, a little foggy, a little off balance, or you could have religious, artistic enlightenment and sensitivity and a bigger awareness of colors and music and things too. Yes, and it goes on. It's a good time to be with somebody you love because the new moon is there after dinner, and gee, it's kind of a lovely moon, trining Jupiter, a lot of optimism here. So I hope your new moon Friday night, the 28th, is good. Mercury's forward, you can communicate. It continues, right? The vibes go through Saturday, the 1st here. And in the evening, we have a trine to Saturn and a sextile to Venus. So here's some sweets. This could be conventional pleasures. Saturn's very conventional. So... But it is pleasure, it is fun, it is reward. It's a pretty nice Saturday night. May I say that whoever you were with Friday night, you should go out and have some fun Saturday night. And moon's still in Pisces. Sunday, March 2nd, wake up, the moon's in Aries. It feels kind of jangly and jittery because Sunday night, the moon's going to go, this is late, this is 10, 11 o'clock, midnight. The moon's going to go by Uranus. But, it squares old Pluto early Monday morning. It squares Jupiter in the evening. So Sunday gets increasingly tense. And there's more and more problems over battery's dead. Oh, the connector's no good. Twist the connectors. Bang the thing with the hammer. It's always in the connections with Uranus. Well, here's your freaky, it was Tuesday and worked it back to Monday. Now it's down to Sunday night, where you hit the Uranus-Pluto square, huh? And Jupiter's involved. He's going to pump it up and make it louder, get in the way of a lot of stuff. What's this? Lawyers, rich people, blocking environmental efforts, not helping the people. And what's this? Pluto, the police, the investigators, the prosecutors squaring Uranus, blocking revolutionary movement. Get them homeless off the streets right now. Well, I'm sorry. I'm a little skeptical that much good will get done Sunday night or Monday morning. But by the time you get to the middle of Monday here, on the 3rd, there is a sextile to Mercury. And Mercury stopped in the sky, remember? So a lot of stuff could get done here. Unfortunately, Saturn and Mars, have stopped, and they're really strong here on Monday morning. But listen to the kids. Think about what they would do. Yeah. Now, Monday night, after dinner, around dinner time, here's a square to Venus, and there ain't no satisfaction, and there's no sweets, and nobody feels loving. As you go through Monday night into Tuesday morning, people get more aggressive, because basically we have a Mars here, Romeo, squaring Venus. And Mars stopped in the sky, he turned into a horny old goat, and Venus doesn't like it. And so Romeo and Julia are not getting along, and you're going to see that Monday night and Tuesday morning. And Mars especially could get in trouble here Tuesday morning because he's right next to the South Node, which sucks up a lot of nurturing. So you could see some athletes, some heroes, soldiers, people like that need help here early Tuesday morning. About lunchtime, before lunch, the moon slips into Taurus. The whole ball game changes. Here's a sextile Neptune. Here's sensitivity in the heart, and higher feeling comes out. Here's sextile to Jupiter and the last new moon in Pisces. So a lot of new information. Aha, now I see it clearly. Comes out late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. This is 2, 3, 4 in the morning even. Get up early. Yes, it's nice. There's discovery Wednesday morning at breakfast with the trine to Pluto. The moon trines Pluto. And then there's a sextile to the sun. You've got a plan. You're going to start getting stuff done. Hooray, what a nice Wednesday. Feels pretty good. Right up until you get to Thursday morning, the moon's still in Taurus, and it hits the opposition to Saturn. Look out, there's ice. There's not enough time. When there's delays, yeah, restrictions, limitations, a little depression. It'll go by quick, though, because look at that. Here's Venus. There's a Venus trine. That's like 2, 4, 5 hours later. So stay in bed Thursday. It's going to be cold in the morning. But here, as you approach brunch, there's a trine to Venus, and there could be some nice moments of sweets here. In about the dinner time here, the moon switches into Gemini. And right away, there's a square to Neptune. It gets more and more confusing. You get late Thursday night, early Friday morning, the moon squaring Neptune, confusion, delusion, problems with liquids. Turn that music off. There's some brotherhood pops up here in the middle of Friday. There's a sextile to Uranus, but it's not as strong as it was during February when we had the good new moon sextiling Uranus. Brotherhood bloomed in February. It's not going to do that so much in March. Sorry. Anyway, there's Friday. And it gets increasingly more frustrating as you go into Friday evening and early Saturday morning. Here's 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. There's a moon squares the sun. You can't figure out what to do, and you have no ambition. And the heck with it. Here before lunch, around the middle of the day, there's a nice trine to Mercury. However, remember that Jupiter went direct back here on Thursday. Yeah, so a lot of optimism. You'll see that really early Wednesday morning, I think, when the moon hits that Jupiter thing. But so things are looking up, and even though you can't get a plan together Saturday morning with the moon in Gemini, you could have good communications around the middle of the day. Listen to the kids, write things down. You got a lot of Mercury power going here. And then Saturday night there's a trine to Mars. Now Mars stopped on the 2nd. That's only 6 days back from here. And so you've still got Mars power. Get out and get things physical. Do some sports. Fix some stuff. Ask the kids what they need to get fixed and then fix them. Sunday, on the 9th of March, the moon shifts into Cancer as soon as you're up. And it starts with a lovely trine to Neptune. And all through Sunday morning and into the middle of the day, there should be some music and religion and art, and I hope you enjoy it. Go look at the colors and the butterflies and the birds, lovely birds, colors. It all works pretty good till you get to late Sunday night. And there's 10 degrees of Cancer. The moon goes by Jupiter. We all want to expand and laugh, and it's all so loud. Wait a minute, here's a square to Uranus. The amplifier's on. Somebody caught it on TV. Whoop, there's an opposition to Pluto. The NSA, the police are watching. Eek. So this is very tempting here to let go of things. But here's your Sunday night again, Monday morning, see? And we're back in that square, that Uranus-Pluto, and Jupiter's setting it off. So you can stick your head out the window and say, I won't put up with this anymore. That kind of thing feels good about now, but try to stay out of trouble Sunday night. And that's the way it is in the March of 2014.